The course was clearly highly regarded. I'd heard about it from more than one source, always with lots of positive things being said about it. It's always nice to feel like you're embarking on a course that's got a good reputation. But I think specifically it was the fact that it's aimed with doctors in mind was very appealing, being a doctor. And I think my assumption, and indeed what transpired, is that it just means that there's an understanding of the particular skill set you bring as a doctor and the particular pitfalls that you might fall foul of. And as a result, it kind of focuses in on those, which is really helpful. And you know, my expectation that that would happen made me keen to sort of pursue it. The other thing is, I think there's an appreciation of the kind of work demands, time pressures. Many of us are in a similar position in terms of family life as well. So just the timings of the course and the workload, I think, bore in mind the other external pressures that a doctor might have on their time. I found the most enlightening part of the course, the module content itself, because although not all of it was new to me, a lot of it was, and it was a really precious opportunity to delve right into psychological theories and models, and often with links to resources to kind of do further reading, which just opened up a whole new world for me that I hadn't been aware of. One of the most enjoyable parts of the course for me was the practice sessions we had in our coaching trios. Such a hugely valuable opportunity to not only practice the coaching skills and embed them, but also watch others do them and watch how they progress. And I learned so much from watching what my cohort did and picking up hints and kind of learning from their style. And it was also an opportunity to form some really nice relationships with people, because it was a bit more free space to talk about ourselves, and I think some really strong bonds to take into the future were formed in those sessions. My second most enjoyable part of the course was actually the workshops we did with you when we were talking about the content, because I found it really inspirational, Helen, to watch you talk about an idea that you felt passionately about and really bring it to life. So there were some highlights in that course where just I felt like I really understood how I was going to apply some of the theory to practice, hearing you speak about how you incorporate it in your session. I think I was pleasantly surprised by how intimate those workshops felt. I think there's always an apprehension that something being online may just, you might feel a bit distant, or it may be difficult to participate, but it flowed really nicely and I really enjoyed it. And it goes without saying that online gives you a degree of flexibility that makes the course more accessible. This course has inspired me to change the way I show up in almost every element of my life, specifically around showing up authentically and unafraid to wear my vulnerabilities proudly. I think we do live in a competitive world, and if you're an ambitious person, or sometimes there's a temptation to present yourself in a way that's always self-assured or certain or confident. And I think it was a combination of the content of the course and the opportunities to reflect, helping me understand myself a lot better, and the supportive nature of the group and being able to be vulnerable and make mistakes and realize that that's very enriching. That mean that I've taken that away with me. But it is truly everywhere, because it's really difficult not to have these ideas and these concepts in the back of your mind in every interaction you make once you're aware of them and once you're more self-aware. So it's changed the way I interact with some kind of relationships that are more predictable, like my trainees who I supervise and mentor, or my patients. But perhaps I hadn't anticipated how much it would change the way I interact with my children, my loved ones, my friends. It's very all-encompassing. I'd strongly encourage anyone to do this course. I think what I've learned is, even if you don't have any intention to take coaching forward professionally or make it a key pillar of your career, the skills you get from it will always enrich whatever you do. So I would urge anyone to do it, even if the idea of coaching isn't something they think they're going to pursue. But that said, I think if you are interested in really developing coaching as a career, it's just the ideal springboard, because it opens so many doorways, and it helps you start off with a really helpful network of supportive people. What I've learned from this course is that, unlike many other aspects of life, in coaching, people want to see each other succeed and want to share their learning. So by being a part of this community now, I feel that I'm just being exposed to so many new opportunities to progress. And equally, I hope that I'll be able to feed that back into the community as my experience grows.